In the heart of Narok County, next to the Masai Mara National Reserve, hundreds of cattle graze in Enonkishu Conservancy. It is not an ordinary conservancy, and one of the members, Daniel Nampaso, says the name is also interesting.
The name Enonkishu means, in Kimasai, means a place of healthy cattle. And Enonkishu Conservancy, we started it in 2010.
Daniel and the other members of the conservancy have employed an odd method of cattle keeping. All the members bring their cows together and they graze together.
This program, it's kind of an improvised version of pastoralism. The cattle, they move from one place to the other, but in an orderly, in a managed manner, not as we used to do there before, as the Masais. We divided our land, the donated land, we divided it into around 12 blocks, whereby the cattle will graze in one block as the rest of the blocks continue to recover. And ndio maana sasa unaona ng'ombe wako sawa, tukitoka kwa hii block, tuseme block 1, tunaenda block 2, tuna spend around 10 days, tunaenda block 3, tuna spend around 10 days. So you see, hizi block mbili yenye tumeacha, it will have recovered in 20 days, ambao tumespend kwa hizo blocks zingine. By the time tunakuja hapa, nyasi imekuja higher than we left, or even higher than we found.
The idea was brought up 6 years ago due to the frequent droughts being experienced in the area. The families also had too many cows, and the overgrazing was destroying the environment.
Every landowner had 100 heads of cattle, and he had 100 acres, which it cannot sustain the cattle over 12 months. And we remember also we have the wildlife there. So that's where the drought comes in. There is overgrazing. The animals used to overgraze. So what we did, we decided that we are going to reduce the number of cattle, and we decided that everybody is going to have 30 cattle.
After reducing the number of cattle each member had, 30 members came together and donated 100 acres to form the conservancy. They then divided it into zones. The cattle share this space with wildlife and sometimes attract tourists. All these activities are essential to the sustenance of the Mara River, which flows a few kilometers from here. From its source in the Mau escarpment, the Mara River flows through 2 counties, Bomet and Narok, and through 2 countries, Kenya and Tanzania. It is the source of nourishment for 2 world-famous parks, the Masai Mara in Kenya and the Serengeti in Tanzania. It teems with wildlife both inside and outside the parks. But human activities have threatened the ecosystem. Destruction of vegetation and poor planning has led to frequent floods and silting of the river. The controlled grazing practiced by the Conservancy is one way of ensuring that the use of land adjacent to the river is sustainable and in effect conserving the river. It is one of the projects being spearheaded by the Mau Mara Serengeti Initiative, a project that brings together several non-governmental agencies and donors.
As a consequence, you have more grass for your animals, they are better fed. You also have a better coverage of your land, which makes you have better retention of the water. When it rains, you have less water running away. It goes in the ground. So it's a whole circle. Everything is coming back on the same, that water is better used and the environment is better maintained. And people, at the end of the day, they have a better income because their cattle is growing better.
Fewer cattle has meant that the breeds have to be improved and value added to ensure that the cattle keepers reap maximum benefits from what they have. One of the landowners, Evelyn Nampaso, doesn't regret joining the Conservancy. The grass is greener here, literally, and through the group they get better prices for their cows.
Samani tulikuwa tunapima ng'ombe kama mara bifija kuja, tulikuwa tunapeleka kwa soko, tunapima kimacho. Lakini hapa sasa tunapima kikilo.
We are now changing our zebus to borans. We are improving our cattle now that an improved cattle or a good cattle should be heavy, and that is a quality that the boran breed have, and we embrace the boran breed because it's the breed that can withstand the conditions of this place.
The consolidation of land as well as the controlled movement of livestock seems to be of great aid to this community. Nowadays, they are losing very few livestock to diseases and drought and are getting value for their money when they sell them. They have gotten Borana bulls to breed with their own cows so that they can improve their product. The value addition in the fields and next door in the slaughterhouse is a good incentive to keep fewer, better managed cows so as to save the environment.
Before Mara beef came along, a local cow in the area would go through 7 brokers to get to its final destination. Right now, a farmer can bring us his cows, we will buy them off the farmer, therefore only going from market to the farmer, only having one transaction. Therefore adding value to the farmer and making Mara beef the market of choice for that farmer.
Daniel, who used to have 100 cows, now has 40 grazing here. Evelyn has 31. They also keep a handful back in their homes for milking. But even with the reduced numbers, they insist that it is all for the best. Andrew Ochieng, NTV.